Welcome to Coach's Corner Cafes. Thanks for joining me here this week after a week off. Hard to believe, week 14 already, as we're getting closer, and hopefully we can go a couple more weeks. I apologize for last week missing the Coach's Corner. I had a little health scare that was probably not as scary as it seemed at the time, but had some digestive issues, which led to dehydration, and so I had to go to the hospital for a couple days and get pumped with some fluids and some antibiotics and to get things taken care of. But I'm pretty much back to normal. So feeling good these last 3 or 4 days. So let's back up here real quick. I'm going to double the reviews, I guess. So back to Archibald. At Archibald 2 weeks ago, long trip. Gosh, over 2 hours on the bus, but the kids traveled well and did a good job. Got out of school a little bit early to get up there on time. The score was 28-14 and a really good game. It was 14-14 at half, and we had returned a kickoff for a touchdown. So we weren't feeling the greatest at half, I guess. We weren't running the ball very well, but the defense was hanging tough, and we picked the pass off. We got a nice hit on the quarterback and picked the pass off right before half to kind of energize us a little bit and keep the 14-14. And then the third quarter, we played great. We got the ball first and scored, and we held them and scored again. And so we had 2 quick scores, and then we ran the ball for, I think, 130 yards in the second half, which was great because it ran the clock and sealed the deal, I guess, with a good running attack in the second half. And the defense shut them out in the second half, which was awesome. And so 28-14 against a good team who ends the season at 10-2. Their only losses to before us was Liberty Center, who we will play this week. So last week, we play Milan Edison, which is up, I guess in the Sandusky Bay Conference, up I guess near Sandusky and a little southwest of Cleveland. So again, another long trip. We played at Finley, which is a nice stadium. We played there a few times. So again, we weren't sure what we're getting into. They were an option and a wing T team, which you don't see very often. Kudos to our scout team. Mark Bruns took them a couple times early in the week to get them prepped to try to emulate Edison's run game. And so those guys did a great job. Our scout team, offensive guys, to really kind of at least get us a little bit prepared for Edison. So the game itself, we played one of our best, cleanest games that we played in a long time. We had a couple penalties, a face mask that was, just a physical thing, and a pass interference that was close. And I think one time one of our guards heard something and jumped, and I think that was it on the penalties. We had no turnovers. We had 0 plays for negative yardage. I guess unless you count the one jumping off sides. And we were about even running and passing. Bay was 8 for 8 passing and 2 touchdowns, and we had 4 rushing touchdowns between our three backs. So again, we had a good balance of I think like 160 rushing and 185 passing. The Harlem brothers had some really nice catches and runs and scored a couple touchdowns. So 42-7, and the defense again shut them out in the second half. They got 1 score on I guess even a questionable 4th and 1 call, but so they had one decent drive on us, and otherwise defense just played great. And it was a really fast game. They ran the ball almost every time. In the second half, we got it going in the running clock. I think the fourth quarter probably lasted 15-20 minutes in that 12-minute quarter. So things went really well. We stayed healthy. Everybody's feeling good. And Trent Ebbing played a little bit after his broken ankle 5 or 6 weeks ago. So that gives us our O-line a little bit more depth, knowing that he can go in and play again. So Milan Edison, it was a 42-7 score, and then we felt good. So this week we play Liberty Center, and Liberty Center is 13-0. They were the number 1 seed in the region, and they got us last year. As we limped into that game last year, they're a really good team again this year. And so we will see what we're going to get. They would prefer to run, I guess, more than pass, but their quarterback's doing a good job, and their receivers and running backs do a good job of catching the ball on play action and some short passes and make some good runs. They have a good, solid offensive and defensive line, which is concerning. Pretty not as big as Archibald, but good stout O-line that get off the ball, and the running backs run hard and not real flashy kind of running backs, but run the ball hard and break tackles, and they're just a good solid team. Their defense is actually similar to ours with a 3-3 stack look a lot of the times, but also they'll jump into a 4-man front, which always is a little more difficult for your O-line when they switch it up, and they switch it up without replacing a guy that one of their linebackers can just drop down and be a defensive end, kind of like what we did last year with Cody Depwig. Sometimes he could play both. So again, they're 13-0 and feeling good, and so a good matchup. We're playing at Lima Senior. Flies getting me here, but we're playing at Lima Senior where we played last year. That's a good location, good place for games. They have a nice new locker rooms the last few years. And we'll be the visitors once again, since we're the lower seed. And so we're really looking forward to that challenge versus Liberty Center. So Spotlight, I guess just got a couple I guess odd things here, a little bit, not odd, but a little bit different. Eric Goodwin was just named the Ohio AD of the Year. So congrats to Eric. He does a great job with all the tournaments that we host, and we have our own tournaments and then the state tournaments, and so he's a busy guy with all the facilities and just the management of all the facilities and the tournaments that we run. So congrats, Eric. He works really hard at it. And then Madison Wendell, who is a really good 3-sport athlete girl for us, and she is signing a softball Division I scholarship with Central Michigan today. So that's exciting for Madison. Has worked really hard over the years, and she's a really good student and really a focused athlete, especially in her softballs. Traveled all over the Midwest to really these last few years to really earn that scholarship. So hats off to Madison. So we're looking forward to Friday night, Liberty Center at Lima Senior, 7 o'clock.